And this world starts introducing a few gimmicks like the charge ramps and, in particular, like the moving platforms and stuff. Which, honestly, at this point does kind of liven up the game. Oh yeah, there's actually a lot more thieves here than basically any other world. Well, watch out for those guys, they are ranged.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Alright, not asking for much. So I think for the next world we need a certain number of eggs for the balloon guy. It's entirely possible the eggs are something you wouldn't have actually been bothering with or even noticed by this point. So that is egg number 6. And it's really a good reason to actually try and go for 100% in this game. Just regularly save so we don't have a repeat of earlier. It's a good reason to try and go for 100% in this game because it's not particularly difficult to do so. And it will save you time later. Like trying to find specific things, like, oh, you know, you need a certain amount of treasure to get to the magic crafters. To get to the next world after this, we need a certain number of eggs. It's one of those things. So what we have here are wizards that will manipulate the environment with their magic. We saw a few over there who were preparing to do that, but I killed them before they had a chance to actually do it. Which is entirely possible if you hit them fast enough before they can manipulate the environment. There we go. I think there's at least one more in this world. There's always a way to deal with the there's always a way to deal with the wizards though, like we're coming at this guy from the other side and there's nothing he can do about it. So even if you can't hit them fast enough, there is always a way to get them.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
So this is something that I do think conceptually is really cool. In actual practice, it's still really cool. A little tricky to control. And a lot of the time they do require... There's a bunch of times that require you to like continue a charge in a very tricky situation. But what I need to do first is make sure I know the pathway I need to take, because I'm pretty sure that's required over here. Crystal flight. There.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
I do like how expressive a lot of the character models are. With the very cartoony nature of the game. Does a similar thing to the Crash games. Like Crash 2 in particular, Crash 2 and 3, where a lot of the facial model will just stretch to emphasize expression, which could be weird if it wasn't for the cartoony aesthetic, in which case it actually does kind of work and really does make the game a lot more expressive than a lot of other PS1 games. So like, you got stuff like your Resident Evils, Metal Gear Solid, Spider-Man, which we already did, where the models are basically just static faces for their expressions, and that's kind of it. Alright, that was good. And you need to use the supercharge to break that chest. So I managed to work that out. That worked out pretty well. Let me check what we need for the next world. Yeah, it was just Spyro dragon eggs. So we can just already immediately just skip everything here. There's still some treasure I'm missing. I'm guessing it's 10? Yeah, 10. Yeah, we got both eggs here. And there's 10 treasure I'm missing. And like I said back in Peacekeepers, you really do want to get all your treasure in one go. Because otherwise, the enemies respawn, and at that point you're going to have to kill all of them again to figure out which one you needed to kill to get the treasure. Because it's entirely possible I've missed it anyway. There it is. Need to get over there. So this is going to require the supercharge as well. Alright. Did I get a key? I think I did. I didn't? What am I thinking of then? So there's a key somewhere to open that chest. Huh. Nothing up there. Pretty sure there's nothing back here where we started. I'm pretty sure this isn't a chest that we break open. Because the ones that you break open don't actually have a lock on them. They're just solid metal chests. And the question for those becomes, how do you break them open? It's like in the Peacekeepers world, there was one we shot with a cannonball to bust open. There was the one in Clifftown that we shot with a firework. There was the one here that we hit while supercharging to bust open. It's gonna be there, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Alright. Glad that didn't take too long. So this is the introduction to the supercharge. We've still got the swamp level after this, and I think there's a few levels in this world that have a few crazy jumps, but there's one in swamp level treetops which I mentioned, which is really bad about it. Requires a very specific set of jumps. Alright, so here we go. And so a lot of the theme of this world is magic. Oh, damn it. A lot of the theme of the levels in this world is magical manipulation and alteration. Like these big guys, if they get hit with some of the magic, they can turn into, I think these guys turn into small guys That guy's moving the platform to try and knock us off. It's like it's a magical manipulation and alteration. And they use it in some interesting ways, honestly. Why is the camera so low? Alright.
Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
I didn't think so.
Okay. Is this going to be a straightforward level? So unlike the wizards who were in the MechaChrono's hub world, dealing with the ones in this level is all about timing. Whereas in the hub world it was getting to specific positions or hitting them fast enough. In this one it's all about timing the attack right. Or, you know, timing your movements right, in some cases, like this one coming up. Because he'll lift it up and down, he won't do it in response to you. Like, he'll just do it.
Oh, thank you for releasing me.
So there's actually 80 dragons in the game. So you can count down how close we're getting to the end. Because while there are gems and stuff, I forget how many gems there are, it's like 12,000 maybe. But then the bonus level you get for getting everything gives you more gems, so... but there are 80 dragons, so you know you can count down just how many we have to go, because like the dragons are effectively the stars of this world, the stars of this game. So they're a good way to judge progression. I forget how many dragon eggs there are, but it does tell you right at the top of the screen, in the inventory screen.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the MechaChrono world.
What tricks? They've shown basically all the tricks. Have they? Oh, that's where I came from. Yeah. So check down here. Make sure I don't have to actually glide to that other area, because I'm not sure. Don't forget the treasure on the stairs. Sneaky. Alright, so I'm going to have to glide over to that ledge. Alright. Is this going to be a 500? Yep. And there's a thief somewhere in this level. Alright. Okay, so this looks like it's set up specifically for us to glide over there. It seems that way. Oh, I remember this area.
Remember that these blue thieves haven't stolen eggs only in the Magic Crafter world. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Yeah, this is basically a circuit. So on your first go round, you do definitely want to grab all the treasure. Even if you have to stop and let that guy go. Like, grab all the treasure your first time round. But the best way to grab this guy is to really just cut the corners. And it's not that difficult, honestly. Was there one? Yeah, we did miss one here. Alright. And there's these platforms. And the awkward thing about these platforms is if you stay on them while the firework goes off, the platform is... Oh, oof. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. You have to go all the way back now. The awkward thing with those platforms is that they're not big enough to stand on while the little box of fireworks goes off. If you stand on there, you will get knocked off by the explosion, which is really kind of irritating, and is the kind of thing you can only discover by taking a death. Because like, you get knocked off by the explosion, you're not going to recover from it. Right, so we're still missing 47. Time to explore, I guess. So 47, 47 is a big enough number that suggests there's an entire section we've missed, rather than, oh, I just missed a gem here or there. So let's go and find it. Was there something I saw and then decided I'll come back to? It's over there. It's that. I wasn't sure if I could make the glide is what it was. I saw it and thought there's got to be another way over there. I remember that. Okay, come on. Awesome. Watch out for these guys, because I'm pretty sure they throw lightning at you. They shoot something at you, and it's not something you want to get hit with. Ah, great. Timing with the penalty for failure being death. That should be all of them, though. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to head to the exit and get out of here. Like I say, you can just pause it and press exit level, but I like using the exits. It feels like a finish of sorts.